Following on from the ordinary council meeting of the council, an extraordinary council meeting has been called for today. We'll go straight into it. Agenda item 1, apologies for absence. Can we take that as read from the first meeting? Okay, with the addition of Jacob, can we take that as read from the first meeting? Sorry, with the addition of Councillor Young. Agenda item 2, declarations of interest. Okay, agenda item 3, the extraordinary meeting. I'll invite Councillor Rathmell to introduce it. Councillor Rathmell.
Thank you, Chair. This meeting was originally called to debate the independent inquiry into child sex abuse, but as members are aware, at the previous meeting we hadn't been made aware of it prior to that. Councillor Carr provided a verbal statement a bit later on in the meeting, and we've had a members' briefing that included 2, but not all of the victims, and they did give compelling accounts. So this is not a political meeting. This is not something that I would expect any member to be trying to score points on. And I think we should actually look at how we approach the issue as elected members, because whilst we've had briefings, we've not had the opportunity to discuss how we're going to move forward. So I would ask that all members here, and I would like to move it, Chair, should it be seconded, that we actually, as an authority, remove our defence of the statute of limitations, which we heard from the victims was the one stumbling block for them and preventing them from going forward and seeking compensation for the treatment they'd received. And I'd also like to see that we issue a sincere individual apology rather than a general one, which is something that was brought up at the inquiry, which I think senior officers can confirm who were present. And I would just like to move that, Chair. Is anybody want to second it? Say it.
Right, while I sort of can't disagree with you, Councillor, unfortunately, you can't move a formal motion at the extraordinary general meeting. You have to give requisite notice for a motion to give everybody the opportunity to be in attendance. So while I understand what you're saying, there's absolutely no problems with you moving the motion to be considered at the next meeting of the full council, but unfortunately you're not allowed to move a motion at an extraordinary meeting without any notice being given. Is that okay?
Yeah. So on that basis then, Chair, in closing this meeting, I would like to move that to be included for the next order of council meeting. I would like to say, whilst I agree with some of your comments, as with all meetings, the Chair's decision is final, so I'm disappointed that you didn't support that view, but that's entirely your choice. But I'd like to thank you for allowing us to be heard. Thank you. Thank you,
Councillor. As you've just heard there, Councillor Rathmell, who called the meeting, has now closed it. With that being said, I'd like to formally bring the meeting to a close. Thank you all for your attendance and wish you all a safe journey home. Good night.